I don't have a story today. I have something that might be better. Gotta have duct tape.
Don't make me pull this car over. What is it? What? Everyone went to his own town to register because he belonged to the house now. David, he went there to register with Mary and was expecting a child. She wrapped him in cloths and placed him in a manger because there was no room for them in the inn. Now, didn't we all learn something today, guys?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Stop. Quit. Okay. You can switch. So was that better a story? Aren't you glad, or don't you wish you had thought of some of those a few years ago? Huh?
I have a lot to add to that.
Oh, we got to talk. Anyway, I hope you're having fun today. I know it's a little warm outside, but it's starting to get a little warm in here too. Maybe we can turn that fan on or something. But anyway, let's ask the Lord's blessing as we have fun today. Father, I thank you for your grace in our lives, for the way you continually look out for us and love us regardless. And Lord, as we go through this town hall meeting, we know that you're here with us and enjoying our fellowship, so it's okay to laugh and have some fun in the process. And all of this we pray in Jesus' name.
Where's yours?
I'm not listening. You want fan on?
It's loud, the fan's loud. Oh, here we go with this again.
It's all right, Liz.
There. Okay, hello.
Hi.
I'm here to tell you guys quite a few announcements, so let's just jump right in. So, of course, I'm going to talk about something if my clicker would work. There we are. Spring into Wellness. So, we are almost done. And coming up, okay, sorry, the font is terrible. It looked better in my office. So, coming up tomorrow, on the 13th, I'm going to be giving a presentation about the exercise classes that we have here and the benefits of them. And I'm going to be answering some specific questions like, what does this specific exercise do for me? And why we do what we do. So if you have any questions, please come tomorrow in here at 3:30 and I will try to answer them all. And next week is our last week of Spring into Wellness. It's been a long 13-week journey. So next week, we're going to have fitness testing once again. So we did this in the beginning of the program, and we're going to do it at the end so you can see if you improved. So we have 3 time options. So the first one is next Tuesday, the 18th, and then we have the 19th and the 20th. So I have all of the sign-up sheets with me in the back if you want to sign up today, and if you want to sign up after today, they'll be in the sign-up areas. And lastly, next Thursday, the 20th, is our big finale. Hooray! We're gonna be done. So, if you are doing the punch cards, please turn them in whether they are completed or not. Please turn them all in to me by next Wednesday, the 19th. So you have 1 week left to get all the punches you can. So the finale, the 20th at 3:30 in here, we're gonna have snacks. We're gonna figure out how many cards were turned in. We're gonna have prizes. And speaking of prizes, you may have noticed this lovely shirt I'm wearing. And if my friends in the audience wearing the same shirt, if you would stand and model your shirt so everyone can see how lovely they look. Ray, I see you, bye. Aren't they pretty? I am a little biased because I did design them with some help from Lori and June, but they are wearing the shirts because they are members of our 5K group. So we are going to be doing the 5K on Friday, the 21st. So that is next week. So if you are interested, you can still sign up to do the 5K with us. If you want to go with us, but you don't want to walk the 5K, you just want to cheer us on, hey, we'll take you too. So you can sign up. I have the sheets in the back. Sign up to ride the bus with us or do the 5K, either one. Next up, upcoming at the end of this month, I've kind of planned with Salem Health a class opportunity. So it's called Brain Agility on the Go. So it's a one-time class, and it's just going to be about enhancing your brain ability and helping you focus and remember things. So that will be the 25th on a Tuesday from 10 to 11 in the chapel, and you do need to sign up, but it's not through me, it's through Salem Health. So the information is up here, but it's small. So I have flyers in the back. You can either call them or go online and sign up, and it's free. So even better. Another thing next month, starting in July, so we have blood pressure checks once a month, the first Tuesday of the month. We're going to be changing the time, so now they're going to start at 3 o'clock rather than 3:30. So Tuesday, July 2nd is our blood pressure checks for next month, and we're going to start at 3 o'clock. So that will be in the Village Apartments private dining room. So come get your blood pressure checked. And lastly, coming soon. So if you guys did this in the winter, we had a winter walk from July is not in the winter, January to February. So 15 of you guys and myself, we had pedometers and we kept track of how many miles we walked for the 2 months. And our goal was to walk to the Mall of America in Minnesota, which was 1,800 miles. And we surpassed it, and we went all the way to Wisconsin. So we walked 2,000 miles. And I thought if we could do that in the winter, I'm sure we could do much better in the summer. So starting July 1st, we are going to do summer stroll instead of winter walk. So if you're interested, the sign-up sheets will go out after this whole Spring into Wellness is over. And you'll sign up, I'll get a hold of you, and if you need a pedometer, I will get you one, and if you have one, that's perfect too. So that'll be coming up, and we went to the Mall of America in the winter. We're gonna try to go even farther in the summer, and we're gonna try 3,000 miles to Disney World in Florida. So that's what's coming up next month. So if you wanna sign up for anything I mentioned, or if you have any questions, let me know after the meeting. And I think that's all I have. Okay, thank you. Hello, everybody. Okay, so we've had a lot of fun things going on around here. As Elisa just mentioned all the things that she has planned, and we've had a lot of things in Life in Richmond as well. And one of the things that we had that I thought was fun, and I think everybody else enjoyed it, was last Friday, we had Walter the Llama come. So I know a lot of you came, but if you did not come, this is Walter the Llama. He's a local celebrity around here. Anyway.
Is that Kim's llama?
Kim's llama?
So if you missed Walter on Friday, don't worry, we will have him back and you can learn all about Walter and llamas, and we got to feed him and pet him and it was kind of fun. So he will be coming again. I just don't know the date, but I will let you know. The other thing that we have upcoming is this Friday, we have our resident men's pizza party at Abby's across the street. And we will be picking people up at 11:15 at both lobbies. So we're gonna start out at the Village Apartments and pick up at 11:15. And then if you we'll stop at the Lodge lobby and we'll pick you up there and we'll take you over to Abby's. Some people are gonna be walking, that's fine. But we have a large group and it's gonna be a lot of fun. So we're glad about that opportunity. And then on Friday as well, it wasn't on your calendars. On your calendar for this Friday, the 14th, it only said Friday night event. And that's because I had something in the works and I didn't have it confirmed yet, but I do have Jeremy coming. A lot of you have come before, Jeremy on the piano. So please come Friday night to see him and hear him play. That'll be at 6:30 here in the Cascade Commons. And then Saturday, I don't know if you guys have seen all the announcements about this, but we do have a Veterans Corner, and it's put on by the American Foreign Legion. And this Saturday, the 15th at 2:30 in the chapel, there will be a Veterans Corner meeting, and all veterans are welcome for some conversation, some refreshments. So come to that. It's at 2:30 in the chapel. And then the other June event that I have coming up is Monday, June 24th. I have a shopping trip to it's Lancaster Mall, but it's really called Willamette Town Center now. But I put out there Lancaster Mall because I know that's how we reference it. So Monday, June 24th, we're going to do shopping and a no-host lunch. So sign-up sheets are out, and please feel free to sign up. We already have a nice group going, so if you're interested, please come. Thank you.
Lori, isn't that thing for the veterans put on by the American Legion?
Yes, it's put on by the American Foreign Legion. Oh, well, that's what I had in mind. The American Legion, Troop 20, sorry. That's just what it was on my paper. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. First, I want to thank Cliff for the reminder for Father's Day, because I would have forgotten about reminding everybody that we have a brunch this Sunday, Father's Day brunch. As far as I know, there's no duct tape involved, though. So.
Well, that's got to happen.
So first, I wanted to provide an update about the most recent hot topic on everybody's minds, which is the menu changes in the Village Fireside Commons. And one of the things that a lot of folks have been talking about is basically how we're communicating with what the menus are. And so I wanted to let everybody know that I know we had a couple hiccups the last couple of weeks. Unfortunately, we've been rather short-staffed, and then I've been sick for 2 weeks, so I know we missed a little bit of the posting of the menus, but we're on track now. And you can find the whole week's worth of menus on Odyssey. I know I've made a couple mistakes there, and I fixed those where I had left it a day off on a couple of those. I don't have the entire 7 weeks of menus posted, so it's going week at a time. So late this week, I will add the following week's menu. So those are up there on Odyssey. And then for now, since this is a very new thing, I'm also printing off copies and leaving the copy of the entire week available both at the front desk, and at over in the Fireside Commons. So those are available as well. And then in addition to that, every day we're posting both in the Timber Grill and in the Fireside Commons. Basically, they're duplicate menu signs. So they both show the same thing. It's not different information in each area, What it is one part of the sign has the Timber Grills menu of any specials for the day, and then the other part of the sign has the Fireside Commons menu for the day. So hopefully that helps everybody. So I've had a few questions about what has happened to our ice cream. And I know this is ice cream weather right now, but over here in the Timber Grill, unfortunately, our ice cream dipping freezer has been broken for, I think, about a week. And maybe there's some miscommunication that had occurred. Somebody asked me why don't we just purchase a new ice cream freezer? Why did we purchase a used one? And I just wanted to dispel that. The freezer actually isn't the problem. It's actually the outlet that's been causing the problem. This is the second time we've had issues with this. And it's not the freezer itself. The freezer actually was brand new. Not that there's anything wrong necessarily with the used one, but that wasn't the case, and that's not why it's been down. So I'm really sorry that we haven't had ice cream. I'm not sure, I don't know if it's going to be up and running today, but I know that it's currently being repaired. And I wish that when it's down, we would have another way to do ice cream for the menu, but we just don't. The other freezer, the walk-in freezer, is way at the back of the kitchen, and it wouldn't be practical for servers to be going in there and dipping out ice cream from the walk-in freezer. Unfortunately, we really rely on that piece of equipment up in the front of the kitchen to be able to provide that on the menu. 4th of July is coming up, and we've been asked quite a bit recently if we're going to be doing any barbecues over the summer. And so Sean has planned a barbecue buffet for the 4th of July. So in order to be able to do like larger events like this, we have to find a way to utilize our staff more efficiently. And so what that is going to mean on the 4th of July, in order to be able to do a barbecue buffet in the Timber Grill, and they'll be grilling out, excuse me, out on the courtyard area, but there will be seating indoors. We had a barbecue last year, actually several during the course of the summer, and found that even though we set up pop-up sun shelter, a lot of folks don't want to eat outside. So we understand that, and the buffet itself is inside and as well as seating. We of course have the outdoor seating available as always if you would rather eat outside. So we're going to be closing the Fireside Commons that day. There's several days throughout the year where we have to consolidate services. Often it's on holidays, and this is one of them. And so we'll be offering, there'll be more information coming out about this. This isn't the standalone communication here. I'm not expecting you to remember that we're going to be offering box lunches per se, or for ordering for the 4th of July. If you don't want to come to the buffet, we will have box meals available as an option. So I'll be sending out in the next week or so the pre-order form for those. We'll have several different nice box meals to choose from. And of course, everybody from Independent Living is also welcome to come over to the buffet. When we do these things in the Timber Grill, or if we do something in the Fireside Commons, it's intended for the entire Independent Living. Yeah, I think that's all I have. Because I could go on with many, many more topics of discussion, I know a lot of information and some rumors and a little bit of misunderstandings and misinformation going around. We've scheduled this Friday at 2 o'clock right here in the Commons. Just a dining services informational meeting. So I'm going to be I'm actually going to be providing an overview of dining services. One of the frequent questions I have from folks is, how did we get to where we are today? And where are we going in the future? So I want to show, give you some insight about the program as a whole. And then I'm going to also hone in on some of the very frequently asked questions about the dining services program. So hopefully, if that interests you, you will be here on Friday because there will be a whole lot of information to share. All right, thank you, everybody.
Hello. Next month, I'm hoping to have Christine here to kind of continue on the theme of getting to know the different resident services team members. I don't have her here today, but I have just a couple things to talk to you about, and you've seen them, hopefully you've seen them in Odyssey, but just in case. I always like to keep everybody informed on what Landscape is doing. They're going to be doing some spot spraying of weeds around the campus. And I just got an update from Corey today. It looks like Monday is when they'll be out in the garden home area. So it's going to be the lodge and village apartment areas where they're going to be spot spraying those weeds. Not in the turf, which I've learned is the term for grass, but just in the garden and flower beds. So anyways, I know you guys like to know what they're up to out there spraying. So there's that. And then this was also on Odyssey. We talked about this, I think it was last month, but we got a couple collection areas out in the lodge and the village apartments, and that's what they look like, all stacked in my office. I looked like a recycling center for a few days as I was getting those ready. The blue ones are in the trash rooms in the lodge, and these kind of brown, tan ones, gray ones, anyhow, are in the village apartment in the 2 larger laundry rooms. We're just kind of getting started, trying to get areas out there for you to donate your bottles and cans to the foundation. All proceeds go to the foundation, and I think Sue's going to talk later about what the foundation does if you have questions there. And these are very important slides right here. This is my dog smiling. And that is a snail in the wee hours of the morning crossing the sidewalk just outside the Cascade Commons under the Sky Bridge. I know you gardeners may not like those, but I thought he was pretty cool. And then this is 17 seconds of fun. I hope you enjoy it. This is my son explaining what it takes to be a grandfather. Uh-oh, no sound? Well, that's not much fun. I have to narrate? Is it not working? Oh, it's not as cute when I say it. Well, that might not have to be next month, I guess. I don't know what the other YouTube likes to suggest. What was that? Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. They didn't give me the specifics on what's going on. Oh, she asked about what they're spraying the weeds with, and if it's safe for dogs. Usually, so the past, I didn't ask specifically on this, if it's something that dries, once it's dry, it's not a worry, and like with Roundup and things like that, with it being so warm, it's probably going to dry pretty quick after application. All right, well, he says you have to eat a lot to be a grandpa. Oh,
What
I ruined it.
does it take to be a grandpa? How do you become a grandpa? You eat stuff? That's how you become a grandpa?
You eat stuff. It was hard to hear. So, pretty easy thing to do there. All right, that's it.
Hello, everyone. I'm the new face of the group. So I'm a little bit like Smiley on some days and a little bit like the snail on the others. So I just want you to know that. But I was asked just to tell a little bit about my background. I come from this industry, 21 years, corporate life. I came from a campus in McMinnville, 57-acre campus. Had about the same amount of residents that we do here. I think we're just a little under the associates that we have here that we have there. That I'm very, very happy and blessed to actually have an opportunity to serve you and also the associates here. One thing that really intrigued me and making the switch of coming from the place that I did and truly love, and that is a non-corporate campus. One thing that really did bother me for leaving Hillside was the residents. I really got to know the residents over the 8 years that I was there, got to be involved with their lives, and I plan on being involved with yours. It was very difficult for me. However, I am in touch with some of the ones that were really close to me still. And so I plan on doing exactly what I do best here, like I've done there. And Cliff, you hit it on the head when you said have fun. I'm one of those people that like to have fun. I work hard on having fun, and I also work hard at my job. It seems like we have a great group that I have the privilege of leading. So it doesn't look like we're gonna have to do too much in that area. There might be a little bit of changing, but that goes with par for the course as far as a new dog coming in a new dog territory. But one thing I do want to say is that I got a passion of designing and decorating. I used to decorate in my early years, early 20s, I used to decorate for a company called C Design and Production. I decorated for places like the Country Music Awards in Nashville, Tennessee. Had my hands in on the World's Fair in British Columbia. I was official decorator for the Rose Festival. And so what I do with that, and it became a passion of mine to actually design and build and create things that just really was a wow factor. And I love that, and I did that for 11 years. And then I ended up going into my own business of construction, started remodeling homes and then building homes and actually getting my general contractor's license. Ended up building multiple resident homes as far as apartment complexes. And then I went into commercial building and got my commercial license, and I started building boxes like this. When I say boxes, that's a term that we contractors have. These buildings like we're sitting in now. So I built those for some of the biggest companies in this industry, Sunless Management, Emeritus, and Brookdale, and so on and so on. And now I'm with this company. But I've taken the passion that I had with decorating and the experience I've got with building, and I compiled it together. And with that, I like to think that I can go in and actually visualize something before it actually happens. And so with that said, I'm excited about the new healthcare that's getting ready to be remodeled here, the new wing that's actually getting ready to be built. I know these are all some things that are happening now, some things that might be happening in the future, but I'm excited to be part of that because one, I like that's my passion, and two, I like to be on the ground going forward at the beginning. So with that said, I hope I'm able to meet each and every one of you. Over the time that I'm here, I'm sure I will. Reach out to me, introduce yourself. I'll try to remember your name with your face. I already know a few of you, but I do plan on getting out there and mingling. I am one to be involved with everything, so don't feel like you can't come to me and ask about anything. If I don't know, I'll find out. I do reach out to the local community. I get involved with the fire department, hospitals, police department, and places like that. So in case you come to me, with any kind of question that I can't answer. Might be something to do with national disaster, or something about building codes, or something just in general. If I don't have the answer, I'll definitely find out for you, and I'll reach out to all the entities that are around me. So anyway, with that said, I'm open for questions. If anybody would like to ask me any questions, if not, that's me. Yeah.
Then your help that you hire, or what, do they get special training, or you show them how to trim different bushes, like rhododendrons are different than roses and all that, and learn how to use the hedge trimmers and all that?
So that's a good question, and quite frankly, she asked if I was, and correct me if I'm wrong, she asked me if I was going to train my men to actually train properly, trimming of bushes and stuff like that. And that's a great question, and quite frankly, I don't have any forte in that area. Landscaping never was under my book. But with that said, we do have a guy that is on staff, that is a local, I believe a local company here, a landscaping company, that actually guides and directs our men. His name, I believe, is Cliff, I think. I don't know, forgive me for that. But there is someone here that does have that knowledge, and we're going to reach out to him to help guide us and direct us in doing that. So thank you for that question. Not that Cliff. So any other questions that I can ask? Not this Cliff. All right, well, thank you. And thank you very much for allowing me to serve you.
Hello. Hi. So I'm gonna do a what is it? Last month, I believe Harold, are you here, Harold? Harold was the winner. He found the correct picture that Leroy had made, so he had to kind of track it down because there are several, but Harold was the one who discovered it. So this month we have a new what is it? So we don't make it easy, do we? So when you have a guess, so walk around and see, whenever you find a guess, just take it over either to the front desk, to Hannah, or to Tanya or I, and we'll confirm or let you know if you're close. So as we go, if this one seems pretty challenging, we'll add hints as does So I don't know if does anybody have any ideas right now? It's gonna be a fun one. So we have had a busy month in marketing with move-ins, as you can see. So we've had 4 new apartments, or 3 apartments, and then a lodge that rented last month in May. So we were going. So I wanted to welcome all of our new people, and I believe, and I didn't see Anne. Is Anne here? Okay, I didn't see her in here. I'm thinking maybe. So Anne Smith is one of our new village apartment residents. Jim and Joan McCulley, and they are not here. They're enjoying the cooler weather over Newport today. So I did talk with them. And then we have Lita Hahnemann, and I see Lita. So you can raise your hand. And some of you probably know Lita. She's just a wonderful person, and we're so glad to have her here. We also have Bob and Marjorie Matthews, and I'm not sure if they're here either. I didn't see them. So they moved into our lodge, and they may be not here today. So when you do see those folks around, be sure to say hello and welcome them to our community. It's a little challenging at first to feel comfortable, especially if you're not from the Dallas area. And then I think next month we have a few too, so we're keeping busy. Have a good rest of your day.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sue Lamb. I'm the development director for the foundation, and I think it's kind of fun that I got put down as the guest speaker. I'm staff here, so I do have the privilege of coming up here once in a while, but we're shining a light today, and I'm kind of excited about that. I have the most wonderful resident council and board of directors that has helped us move forward in such positive ways. And if you will allow me, I'm going to introduce those that are here today. I'm actually going to go through the list. You can see it up there, but if you don't know, I want them to raise their hand or stand up because they've been an integral part of the success of the foundation. First of all, I'll do the board of directors. We have Mike Ainsworth. He's our chair. You might know him. He's your board of commissioners for Polk County. We have Jim Wall. He is our vice chair, and he is a resident here in the lodge. And also his wife, Carolyn Wall, and she's been our secretary treasurer since day one of the foundation. For our directors, we have Ben Bauman. He's a pastor here in town. David Fletcher. He's a resident at our village apartments. Joyce Madison. She's a retired banker from Pioneer Trust. Susan Morrow. Many of you may know her. She's on the executive board as well. She's retired from Citizens Bank. We have Carrie Ritchie back there. She's in our garden homes. And LaVon Wilson. Many of you know her from the executive board as well, and she's been a long-standing community member in Dallas. For our resident council, we have newly coming to our council, Jerry Anderson, maybe back there. Again, David Fletcher, Clarice Fowler, Mina Quayle, I saw Mina, hi Mina, Dot Nichols, back there. Again, Carrie Ritchie, and I'll explain that in a minute. Rita Schaefer up front here. David Small. And Dale Warren. There you are. I want to just say, and can we just kind of publicly thank them right now for their service to the foundation? It's really wonderful. I wanted to explain that David Fletcher and Carrie Ritchie are on the foundation board, and we have a nice mix between the executive board, the foundation board, and foundation council. That way we're kind of touching all base to make sure that we're doing the right thing and we're headed in the right direction. So that crossover we thought was really important and necessary. So can you switch over to the other screen, please? It's around quite a bit. These are some of the accomplishments that we've been part of here at Dallas Retirement Village over the last 9 years. And so again, the reason I wanted to introduce the council and board to you is that they've been very important in moving us forward to gain these accomplishments. There's a lot of them. We have done a lot of wonderful things here on campus. And so then we have to look to the future, right? That's kind of in the rear view mirror. We are really proud of what we've done, but we're also looking forward and what's on the horizon for us. We know that we've got phase 2 of the lodge residences coming. And part of that is going to be a wellness center. And I'm pretty sure Mr. Parrott's going to carve that section out for the foundation to help raise funds for. We're looking at maybe a pool, cardiovascular area, some massage, maybe your spa, exercise, fitness, all the way around. So that's just yet in development, but we can probably rest pretty assured that the foundation's going to help raise some money for that. And on that long list that you're looking at there, you're sitting in one of the rooms that the foundation was carved out during the Capitol construction last time. This room, the library, and the theater were carved out for us to raise money, and we raised over $450,000 to make this all come together. And many of you have been wonderful, wonderful supporters of the Celebrate Our Greatness program, where we are able to give that back to our staff who work so hard behind the scenes and in the front lines to make sure that your environment here is beautiful, that it's fun, that you have lots of activities. I mean, the list that Alyssa and Laura gave you is just overwhelming. Those are all the staff that are working hard to make sure that you guys are well taken care of. And so that Celebrate Our Greatness program has Employee of the Month, and then out of that pool, we have Employee of the Year. And so because of your support, Last year, we were able to give every line staff employee over $200 in a year in gift. And we've been able to support the monthly little gifts and trinkets that we're able to give them. So again, I thank you for that. And you will be getting in the next, I'm gonna say, week or so, a newsletter from me that's gonna outline a lot of this, and it will also have, for your convenience, an envelope for donations to that program. So how many of you have visited the gift shop that's up at the health center? Quite a few of you. Did you know that your shopping up there supports scholarships? And the scholarships we turn around and give to the employees who work here or our graduating high school students. This year, we were able to, with the proceeds, we had $11,000 that came to the foundation for scholarships. We were able, I know, it's fantastic. We were able to give one of our employees here the ability to continue her education. She's going to be hopefully starting a wound project and program here. She works up at the healthcare center and she's a registered nurse. We were also able to give a high school student at Dallas and one at Perrydale scholarships so that they can start their careers off. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then Tracy mentioned the bottle drop. That is a super easy way to give to the foundation. A lot of us have water bottles, we have soda or beer cans, we have those kinds of things. Drop them in those blue bags, and already we have like $37 that has been dropped into our account. And at 10 cents a bottle or can, we're already doing pretty good. I'm excited about that.
Where did we drop them?
Well, we're going to have we have different areas, and Tracy mentioned that earlier. But if you want us to pick it up from your home, let us know and we'll have some volunteers. We're working on getting some volunteers that'll come around and pick them up from you, but I can't promise that just yet, but we're working on it. So if you've got some that you've already collected, you can either drop them off at the front desk, give us a call, Lane will come pick them up for us. We've got some things that we're working on to make that easy for you. Or you can always drop by Safeway if you're there. You scan in the label, the door magically opens, you drop your bag in there, and bye-bye, you go away, and magically the money rolls onto the foundation account. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, that's about all I have right now. I did want to just say thank you again for all your support. We're coming up on 9 years here that I've been here, and again, we've done some amazing things, and I think we have some amazing things in our future that we're really excited about, and I hope that you will partner with us in bringing some of these programs to campus. Thank you.
Good afternoon. If you haven't guessed, I am not Dave Parrott. I'm Francie, I'm his assistant. Dave sends his apologies. Sometimes in the adventures of being an executive director, he doesn't get to come and do the fun stuff. He has to go and do the not so fun stuff. So he's not out enjoying the day or golfing or any of those things, but he's sorry that he can't be here. We'll talk about question and answer in just a moment. I have a couple things that I wanted to announce. I just got the confirmation today that we were going to have a speaker on the 21st of June, that's next Friday, I believe, Rose Barker. She's going to talk about identity theft and identity protection. It's going to be about a half an hour. She'll be right here in the Cascade Commons, and she specializes in speaking to seniors about this topic. So I'll get more information out by Friday, and you'll know well in advance what time and when to be here. But if you have questions, you can always stop by and see me. So, also, Hillary is unable to be here today. There is a party coming up. So who likes parties? Okay, I like parties. So there's going to be the resident party. You know the one that we had last year? You know that strange anonymous person that played Mrs. Claus? I don't know where she doesn't work here anymore, but. So on July 12th, we're actually going to have the resident party in the summertime this year. Hillary's heading it up. It's going to be awesome. I'm not going to give away any details just yet because it is her party, and I don't want to steal her thunder. But rather than having something in the fall, we're going to do something fun for you in the summer, again, July 12th. So be watching for invitations for that very, very soon. The last announcement that I have, I just got from Tammy. They want to make sure that you know that there is a Leading Age Ageless Art Luncheon. That's coming in August, and the information is coming out in 1 week. And please see Tammy Wolf if you have questions on that. Okay, so getting down to the question and answer section, if you notice, it says please submit your questions early by bringing them to Francie Stoyer's office ahead of time. So that's me. And my office is right in between Dave and Tanya. And again, when you step off the elevator and I'm like, that's me. So you can bring your questions anytime. You don't have to wait until right before town hall meeting to do so. And sometimes we can get your question answered a lot sooner. So I'd rather have you bring them in to me all during the month, but we'll make sure to answer some of them. If they're good for the group, then we'll want to bring them here so that everybody can have a chance to hear the answer. We did get one submission. I'm actually going to have Dale come back up. He's going to speak to the question was, it's been brought up again about the staff and residents and maybe even people who are not staff or residents speeding in certain areas of our campus. So I'm going to let Dale speak to that.
So I have dealt with this issue before on other campuses. What we can do in this is just the beginning of trying to calm this speed problem down to the campus. We can open it up to town hall meetings like this, so all the residents can hear what we're actually trying to do here. We can also open it up as far as telling all the residents and the associates to slow down on campus. We can open it up to all staffs, town hall meetings. We can put it out in our mail, or in-house mail. We can also post it at all time clocks. All we will be doing at that point, and another thing too, I understand that it could also be service people coming in. It could be people coming in for the kitchen. So I'll be working close with the directors as far as getting the people that are coming on campus to slow down as well. I know one thing, if we keep reminding people, eventually they will get it and they will understand that there's a problem there. And when they do see the signs, or they see us in our golf carts out there putting our hand down to where they need to slow down, they'll understand that there's a speed limit. Me and David are also talking about adding a few more speed bumps here and there. We have added a few already, and I believe it has taken some of it down. But anyway, so that's what we plan on doing. And obviously, we're open for suggestions on that.
So you're talking about outdoor, not indoor speeding.
Yes.
All right. Thanks, Dale.
The bumps have to be a little bit higher.
Yeah, we're going to make them about 4 feet.
Thanks, Dale. Okay, so obviously today I'm not able to speak on Dave's behalf when it comes to questions, but I'm going to be right here with my pen and paper. I want you to bring the questions that you have for him so that I can write them down and make sure that he can get them. I think otherwise, unless anyone has any other announcements, you're free to go. But also remember that you have a great team of staff and directors here to answer your questions as well. So please feel free, visit with us. We're going to hang around until about 3 o'clock. Thank you.